Hi, good morning to everyone. Today I am going to discuss a very beautiful topic of class 11th, which is resolution of vectors. Okay, so what is resolution of vectors? Earlier we have studied about the vectors, that two vectors can be added or subtracted, but now a vector can be split up into two components, okay, or two vectors. We know that, let this is vector a and this is vector b, then their resultant can be defined by this line. This line will represent the resultant of this vector a and this vector b. Now a resultant vector can be divided into two of its components. So let this is vector a, this is vector a, and this op line represent the vector a, and this vector a can be split up into the two component vectors. So this will be vector a and vector b. Okay, so what is the resolution? The resolution is defined as the splitting of a vector into two or more component vectors is known as the resolution of vectors, and the components or parts obtained are called the components of the vector. Okay, so in this condition, if a vector a is given to us, we can easily resolve it into the two component vectors. Okay, so this vector a can be easily solved or split up into two resultant vectors. Okay, now this is o p q and r. Let OP represents the vector A, and this vector is splitted up in vectors A and B. Okay, so vector A can be written as n vector A plus m vector B. Okay, where n and m are real numbers which are representing the magnitude of these vector A and vector B. Okay, so still we have discussed that the A vector given to us can be split up into two vectors, and the component vectors have same or different magnitudes. Okay, so the direction of these two components vectors will also be different. Okay, so the vector a can be represented as na plus mb, which is our equation first. Clear? Now a term arises that what will happen when this vector will split up into, or this vector can be resolved in one or more pairs. So a question is, can this vector be resolved into one or more components or pair components? So one or more pair components. The answer is no. Clear? So only one component pairs, it means vector a and vector b will present, that will be the components of vector a, and a vector can be resolved into only one component pair. Clear? And if there is another option, there is no another option to represent this vector a by another pair of component vectors. For example, let a can be represented as na plus mb. So for some time, let assume that assume that A can also be represented as NA1 plus MB1. In this case, if A can be resolved as NA plus MB, it means vector A can also be resolved as, let this represent the A1 vector and this will represent the B vector. Clear? So according to our definition, only one pair component pair A B or A1 B1 will present here, which are the components of this vector A. Okay, so according to first and second, if these pair, first pair and second pair, are representing the vector A, then they will be equal to each other. So NA plus MB will be equal to NA1 plus MB1. Okay, so NA minus A1 plus MB minus B1 will be equal to 0. It means A is equal to A1 or B is equal to B1. It means the value of A and A1 are same. So a vector A can be resolved into a single pair of the vector which are A and B vector. Okay, now I am going to explain the rectangular components of a vector. So before, take a screenshot of this. So what are rectangular components of a vector? So if a vector given to us is splitted up into two component vectors which are right angles to each other are known as rectangular component of the vectors. Okay, I am repeating again. If a given vector is splitted up into the two vectors which are right angles to each other, then they are said to be rectangular component of the vector. So let us see in the exam. वेक्टर ए जो आपको गिवन है, वेक्टर ए वो क्या है, ओ पी लाइन जो है वेक्टर ए को रिप्रेजेंट करती है। और इस कंडीशन में वेक्टर ए को हमने क्या किया है, दो कंपोनेंट वेक्टर्स में डिफाइन किया है, वेयर ए एक्स वेक्टर इज अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस एंड ए वाई वेक्टर इज अलोंग वाई एक्सिस. Clear? And they are right angles to each other, and the angle theta is from the vector ax. Okay, the vector A making an angle theta with the vector ax. Okay, so according to our definition, the vectors ax and ay are the components of the vector A. So let this OP represent vector A is splitted into two component vectors ax and ay. Okay, so let I and j be the unit vectors along x and y axis. So ax can be written as mod ax into I cap, and ay can be written as mod ay into j cap. Clear? Now the vector A can be written as ax I plus ay j. Clear? So this vector A can be represented as axi plus ay j. Or the another type of representation is that if this vector A is making an angle theta with the component vector Ax, then the theta be the angle between vector A and Ax, so that Ax can be written as A cos theta or Ay can be written as A sin theta. This relation comes from that sin theta can be written as perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So Ay into A, it will be equal to Ay will be equal to A sin theta, and cos theta can be written as Ax divided by A, or Ax will be equal to A cos theta. So these are the sources of these relations, A cos theta plus A sin theta. Now adding and squaring the equations first and second, we have A cos theta square plus A sin theta square can be written as Ax square plus Ay square, or we know that A square cos square theta plus sin square theta can be written as Ax square plus Ay square, or the value of cos square theta or sin square theta is equal to 1. So A can be written as under root Ax square plus Ay square, clear, which is the resultant of the vector A. So vector A can be given as under root Ax square plus Ay square, clear. So for xy plane, A can be represented as Ax square plus Ay square. Take a screenshot of this. Now in yz plane, what will happen? In yz plane, the vector A can be represented as, in yz plane, this vector A can be represented as, in yz plane, A can be represented as Ay square plus Az square. Similarly, for zx plane or xz plane, A can be written as Ax square plus Az square, clear. Now for the angle theta, we know that tan theta can be written as perpendicular upon base or Ay divided by Ax, or theta can be written as tan inverse Ay divided by Ax. This is the relation for theta, and we also have determined the resultant of this vector A can be written as Ax square plus Ay square. Okay, so goodbye to all of you students. Have a nice day.